Welcome, everyone. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey into the heart of New Orleans, exploring the soul of the Vieux Carré. New Orleans is often described as a palimpsest, a manuscript where new stories are continually written over old ones, yet the traces of the past remain vividly visible. In this presentation, we'll peel back the layers of the French Quarter, delving into everything from its rich, gritty history to the ethereal spirits believed to reside there, the vibrant pulse of its jazz music, and the unforgettable savor of its unique cuisine. The French Quarter, or Vieux Carré, is truly a grid of overlapping worlds. This 78-block area is where French, Spanish, African, and Caribbean influences have beautifully coalesced over more than 3 centuries. Though founded by the French in 1718, you'll notice that the iconic brick courtyards and intricate wrought iron are largely Spanish in style. This is because much of the city had to be rebuilt after the devastating Great Fires of 1788 and 1794. It's a place of profound paradox, where jubilant celebration and deep mourning coexist. It was, sadly, a site of the slave trade, yet it also gave birth to the freedom music that is jazz. Beyond its vibrant culture, New Orleans also carries a somber history, particularly concerning the saffron scourge of yellow fever. Between 1817 and 1905, a staggering 41,000 lives were lost to this disease. Transmitted by mosquitoes breeding in cisterns and swamp water, the 1853 epidemic alone tragically killed nearly 10% of the city's population in a single summer. This high mortality rate, combined with the city's high water table, necessitated a unique solution for burials above ground tombs. These cities of the dead, as they're known, are not merely stylistic choices, they were sanitary necessities born directly from tragedy. New Orleans is also a city rich in faith, resilience, and a deep connection to the spirit world. Let's demystify voodoo. Often misunderstood as dark magic, voodoo is actually a syncretic religion that blends West African spiritual traditions with Catholicism. It centers around loas, spirits who serve as intermediaries between the human and divine realms. A key figure in its history was Marie Laveau, a free woman of color and a powerful community leader who lived at 1020 Anne Street. She famously blended Catholic High Mass with African rituals to heal and guide the city. Today, her tomb in St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 remains a popular pilgrimage site where visitors leave offerings of coins and flowers, hoping for wishes to be granted. It's no wonder that New Orleans is often called the most haunted city in America, with tales of spirits lingering in many historic buildings. Among the most infamous is the LaLaurie Mansion at 1140 Royal Street. In 1834, a fire revealed the horrific secret that Madame LaLaurie had been torturing enslaved people in her attic. It remains a site of profound horror. Then there's the Sultan's Palace at 716 Dauphine Street, the site of a legendary mass murder of a Turkish man and his harem in the 1790s. Neighbors still claim to smell exotic incense and hear screams. Finally, Muriel's Restaurant, located in Jackson Square, famously features a séance table permanently set with bread and wine for the ghost of Pierre-Antoine Leparty Jordan, who committed suicide there in 1814. Now, let's explore the vibrant journey from Congo Square to the birth of jazz. Congo Square was the only place enslaved Africans were permitted to gather on Sundays to drum and dance, preserving rhythms that became the substrate of jazz. Then came Storyville, from 1897 to 1917, the legalized red light district where early musicians found steady work in brothels and dance halls, serving as a crucial incubator for the genre. Jazz itself is a beautiful synthesis of African rhythms, European military brass instrumentation, and the improvisational spirit of the American South. Key figures like Buddy Bolden, often called the first king of jazz, and Louis Armstrong, who transformed the genre with his trumpet virtuosity and iconic vocals, shaped its evolution. If you want to experience jazz where it lives and breathes, New Orleans offers incredible temples of tone. For a truly authentic, historical experience, visit Preservation Hall at 726th Street. Peter Street. Established in 1961, its mission is to protect traditional acoustic jazz. Expect no air conditioning, no drinks, just pure, unadulterated history. For a more contemporary and varied live music scene, head to Frenchmen Street in the Faubourg Marigny. This area is the density center for live music, with venues like the Spotted Cat for an intimate, standing-room-only experience, and Snug Harbor, a seated jazz bistro. Remember, musicians here live on tips, so the standard etiquette is to contribute $5 to $20 per set. When it comes to culinary delights, New Orleans offers a rich debate between Creole and Cajun cuisines. Creole, often considered city food, originated in aristocratic New Orleans kitchens, uses butter and cream as its base, and critically includes tomatoes in its dishes, such as shrimp Creole, oysters Rockefeller, and remoulade. Cajun, or country food, stems from the swamps and prairies, brought by Acadian exiles. Its base is animal fats like lard or oil, and a dark roux, and notably, it does not use tomatoes. Think dark jambalaya, boudin, and crawfish étouffée. The bridge between these two worlds is gumbo. Creole versions often feature seafood, okra, and tomato, while Cajun gumbos favor chicken, sausage, and a rich, dark roux. Beyond fine dining, New Orleans excels in its casual eats, forming a holy trinity of deliciousness. First, the po' boy, a working-class hero served on French bread, typically filled with fried seafood like shrimp or oysters, or roast beef with savory, de brie, gravy. Next, the muffaletta, an Italian immigrant influence. This massive, round sesame loaf is packed with cured meats, cheese, and the critical olive salad. You must try it warm at Napoleon House. And finally, the beignet square, French-style donuts generously buried in powdered sugar. They're best paired with a café au lait, a chicory coffee, at the iconic Café du Monde. For an unforgettable fine dining experience, you must visit the Grand Dames of Creole dining. Antoine's, established in 1840, is the oldest family-run restaurant in the U.S., the birthplace of oysters Rockefeller, and boasts 14 dining rooms. A jacket is preferred for gentlemen. Arnaud's, established in 1918, is home to the famous jazz brunch and shrimp Arnaud, and features the sophisticated French 75 bar and a Mardi Gras museum. Then there's Galatoire's, renowned for its Friday lunch tradition that lasts all afternoon. These are not just meals, they are social rituals requiring reservations and business casual attire. For a different, more local flavor, consider the authentic dive and the local standard. Coop's Place on Decatur Street is a no-frills spot famous for its dark roux gumbo. It's strictly 21 due to video poker and is where many locals go for an authentic experience. Then there's Napoleon House, a 200-year-old landmark with beautifully peeling plaster and classical music playing softly. It's especially famous for its refreshing Pim's cups, offering a charming step back in time. To truly experience the French Quarter, I recommend a walking path through history. Start your morning along the river, visiting Café du Monde for beignets and coffee, then exploring the French market. Midday, immerse yourself in the Gothic beauty of the Ursuline convent and browse the Royal Street galleries. In the afternoon, unwind with a Pim's cup at Napoleon House or get lost in the shelves of Faulkner House books. Conclude your day with an evening sonic finale dinner at the Gumbo Shop, followed by live music on Frenchmen Street. When exploring New Orleans nightlife, you'll encounter a tale of two streets. Bourbon Street is the neon spectacle, home to the infamous hand grenade, cocktail, swarms of tourists, and often delightful chaos. While you can find history at Lafitte's blacksmith shop, be prepared for a vibe of excess. In stark contrast, Frenchmen Street, located in the Marigny, is the musical heart of the city. Here, you'll discover authentic jazz, energetic brass bands, and plenty of dancing. Visit the Spotted Cat or Blue Nile for a true appreciation of local talent and a more genuine New Orleans experience. For the practical traveler, here are a few tips to enhance your New Orleans experience. First, cash is king. Many bars and music venues are cash only, and it's essential to bring cash for tipping the talented bands. Second, embrace the Go Cup. It is legal to drink alcohol on the street in the French Quarter, provided it's in a plastic cup, not glass. Regarding safety, New Orleans is a city of contrast. Stay in well-lit areas and always travel in groups. Avoid dark alleys, as the safety profile can change block by block. Lastly, observe local etiquette, always tip musicians, a minimum of $5 is customary, and dress up for fine dining establishments. In the Vieux Carré, the past is never dead, it's a living, breathing thing. You taste it in the rich roux of a gumbo, you hear it in the soulful brass of a jazz band, and you feel it in the thick, humid air. So, when you visit New Orleans, don't just observe. Immerse yourself completely in its unique spirit and history.